Play everything now!
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the show. Welcome to Play Everything Now. I'm so glad that you can join me for another show, baby. Let's get right on into it. Today we are talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, released February 2022 on Netflix. The runtime is 1 hour and 23 minutes. Picture quality is Dolby Vision. Sound is Dolby Atmos. This is a film directed by David Blue Garcia, starring Mark Burnham as Leatherface, Elsie Fisher as Lila, Olwen Foray as Sally. We have Neil Hudson as Ruth, Sarah Yarkin as Melody, Jacob Latimore as Dante. So let's get on into it. You want to know if this is good or not. This takes place in a town in Texas called Harlow. A bunch of influencers, they go there, they purchase this small town, and they're going to, make it Gen X, They're talking about comic books and video store and all kinds of different things that they want to do there while filming. Dante pretty much has all the paperwork concerning the town, and while there, they bump into a lady that is occupying a house, and they thought that the town was empty. So they're like, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. I'm sorry. And it's a little fragile lady, and they feel bad for her, but it is what it is. You gotta go. So during the course of conversation, the lady's telling them that, I have rights to this house. You're in era. I belong here. I'm not leaving. This is my house and I have deeds. And Dante is saying, no, I have deeds to everything in this town. You have to go. But he had a little attitude because the lady had a Confederate flag on front of her house, and he felt some type of way, not really knowing much about it, only what's been told to him about it. But anyway, he gets upset at that. So he kind of has an attitude. He's like, listen, you got to go. I don't want to hear nothing else. So they call the cops, right? The cops take the lady out the house. And she has a son in the house that came at the top of the stairs and looked. And then she was like, no, it's all right. It's all right. And you know that it was not going to be all. And you knew that it was not going to be all right later on in this film, because we know that that is Leatherface. And while they were pulling her out of the house against her will, she's like, you're making a grave mistake. So on the way to, the hospital, she passed away with her son in back of the police vehicle. So the son is feeling some type of way. This spurs his rage. He eventually goes on a tirade for the people that were responsible for his mother's death because they created the situation. And there's a reason why she had him there in that town and in that house. And, I'm not going to say much more, but he goes on a serious tirade. And it was awesome. It was awesome. Now, the pacing of this film was fantastic. It did not give you enough time to get bored. It was just from beginning to end. They set it up. Immediately, they got some kills in, and it just rolled on from there. Nothing really bad to say about it. They didn't really go too deep into the characters, but if you're familiar with the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Texas Chainsaw the beginning, then you already have the backdrop. So this is a direct sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre #1, which I have literally right here, which is a classic right behind me. I love that movie. And if you had not seen that movie, go check Texas Chainsaw, the original, out. You will not be disappointed. It is definitely, it's good. It's good. At least I enjoyed it, and I think you will too. But anyway, let's get back to this. A lot of gore kills. Of course, this is a hack and slash, so you're going to be seeing a lot of blood. So if you're squirmish, I would stay away from this film. But if you, in a kind of sick way, like hack and slashers, like me, then, you're sitting there with your popcorn. You're like, yeah, yeah. But don't do this in the real world. It's only movies, and don't let your mind get too wrapped up into it. But the kills were good in this. Very visceral. The chainsaw kills was phenomenal. Some standout scenes to me was the bus scene. I'm not going to tell you what happened because we're not going to ruin it. But when you see it, you're going to know what I'm talking about. I thought the bus scene was so tight. People couldn't really move anywhere. That was excellent. And then there was a scene with the chainsaw that he does to the lady that is hunting him. Oh man, and just through her with the chainsaw. Two amazing standout scenes for me were those two scenes. So you can look out for that. The sound was very good. Everything stood out. The chainsaw was nice. The yells, the screams, the fear, you felt it. The anxiety, it was all good. And it did Leatherface justice. One scene in the film that will initially have you like, is a scene where there was an opportunity to pretty much finish Leatherface, but this person didn't. But there's a reason for that. So it's more of a psychological thing. So I'm not going to ruin that for you. And this film, look, Rotten Tomatoes, 39%, users low. Listen, films are pretty much an opinion. So I can love this film and you can hate it. But if you understand hack and slash horror, you're not going in there for this deep metaphysical story. It is what it is. A hack and slash with the iconic character Leatherface. And I think they did a really good job in this sequel. But I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch the beginning. I'm going to watch Texas Chainsaw New Beginning, right? As well, the beginning. And then I think there's a new beginning as well. And then we're going to see where this one fits in. But I think that this one is going to be right after the original, but we're going to watch the other ones and make sure and then do a little ranking video on that. I highly recommend sitting down, watching Chainsaw Massacre 2022 on Netflix. I think you will enjoy it. It's a fun film in a sick way. You know what I mean if you guys love horror. We're not demented, but for some reason we just like horror movies. I think horror movies are the best, man. They kind of get under your skin. Well, the good ones do. They get under your skin. And I was cringing. I usually don't. But some of the kills, I was like, oh, that's ugly. Oh my God, yes. Check this film out. I give this film a stamp of approval. Watch it for what it is. You will enjoy it. You know, even watch the original first and then watch this. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I will see you on the next video, baby.